Here we are.
Yes, here we are. We're going to have some more fun today.
Oh, yes. I know that. You're going to
I'm
enjoy
Michael,
it.
and my co-host
Jeannette.
Jeanette is here. She says, Jeanette.
Yes, my name is multidimensional. Many,
It is.
many ways to say it, and all
It is.
lead to the same person, which I like.
And well, it's a beautiful name. And
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're here and we
Yes.
get to co-create another podcast here. And Jeanette sent me some questions. So today, of course, we'll always have stories, right?
Yes.
We're always going to
Yes.
have stories. I have a million stories, and I love telling stories. So I'm getting more and more into the speaking thing. So stories are good, but
Stories are very good.
yes,
Yes.
we're going to talk about mind power and um, the unlimited mind, right? Wasn't
Mm-hmm.
it? Infinite. There we go.
Infinite mind.
Infinite mind. Ah,
We chose
yes.
this unlimited mind.
And then we're going to wrap it up with some brain, heart, and soul
Yes.
knowledge, which is really amazing.
Yes.
So would you like to go first, Jeanette? Would you
So,
like to go first? What would you like to say about mind power? What's been your experience with mind power?
well, my way of seeing mind power can have, as usual, everything with mind has several connotations, no? So it can have them one more physical. It's the mind power. You are the one that has the power to with your mind to do certain things, no, or not to do certain things, or not to eat certain things. For instance, it's an example, no. So
Right.
you have
So
the
using
mind
your
power.
mind.
Yes,
Yes, I understand.
you use your mind to define what's happening around you, no, in to control, which is not the nice part of this mind power concept, because
Hmm.
I believe we are not here to control. We are here to be and in the flow with what comes. So really, the mind is not to control what's happening to us or for us, because at the end we cannot control anything.
This is so true. We can try.
We can try, but every minute something happens that is really out of your control. So it's better to let go, to flow, let go, and be and welcome every moment in your life, no, with what it brings.
Yes, use the
So
then use the mind to create joy in whatever situation you find yourself in, right?
yes, so there is where
Yes.
the other side of the mind power comes in.
Uh-huh.
No, is this use your mind or to change your mindset
Yes.
and really enjoy the experience of living in every moment. So use your mind to the power of your mind to really create what you love through the experiencing of the now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautifully said. Yes, because the best place we can always be is in the now,
Mm-hmm.
experiencing exactly where we are in the now
Yes.
and appreciating what's in the now. And sometimes it can
Mm-hmm.
be a little difficult to appreciate everything,
Yes.
but it is the best way to navigate life, the best way to be in the flow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I agree with what you're saying. Absolutely. Uh, I think that the mind creates, well, it's part of the energy field that you hold within your body. That's the mind can create, can alter your energy field. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The heart and the mind together, if you're coherent
Mm-hmm.
between the mind and the heart, you have a peaceful mind. You calm the mind and allow the heart to lead, which is beautiful. then
Yes.
and you have this coherence. So you have this influences the energy of you.
Mm-hmm.
You hold this beautiful conscious state where you can be right in the now and really enjoying the now. Okay.
Yes.
So it's beautiful what you said. Absolutely. And well, I believe that, the mind can take you anywhere
Mm-hmm.
because through the focus of the mind, where whatever we decide to focus on, there are ways we can tune into someone halfway around the world.
Yes. Yes.
There are there are ways we can uh, focus our intentions for the
Mm-hmm.
future, which is
Mm-hmm.
really amazing. So, I mean, the mind has a lot of different things that there's a lot of different things we can do with the mind. So, uh,
Yes. And there's
yeah.
something in addition which I love, and it goes back into the perception part, no? Which through
Mhm.
perception and realities we create our world, no? Because you mentioned
Sure.
focus,
Yes.
no? Because with my mind, with the power of my mind, I can focus on something. If I focus on someone negatively, I always will see everything negatively in this person, for instance. But if I change my focus just into empathy, and I give it another angle, everything else changes for me
Absolutely.
towards this person and the relationship I'm holding with this person, for instance, a person.
So agree with you. So agree. As a matter of fact, this is uh, what I talk about from time to time. I mean, how the mind creates illusions.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Um, what you believe, what the mind tends to believe, or what you've experienced in the past, has a lot to do with how we see things in the present. So,
yeah.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
it we've been conditioned. Okay, so the mind sees what it's most familiar with. So yes, when we focus on a person, always shifting our focus to something positive, having
Mm-hmm.
compassion for someone, showing love to someone. These are all really beautiful things. But as we walk through the world, um, this is a great place to be and to train your mind to see everything with that compassion and that love and understanding. Okay. I know for me, this took a while to
Mm-hmm.
learn
Yeah, for me too.
because I had a lot of patterning and conditioning from society, from the people I went to school with, from my family, that had me looking at the world a certain way. And that's what would show up. So that was my illusion. My
Mm.
illusion was, hey, everything is this way, everything is that way. And it's not really true. Once you shift your perception, you shift what you believe, you shift what you see.
Yes,
It's
and
amazing.
it's
Yeah.
amazing, and you shift also what you create at the end because your
Oh, yes.
behavior changes.
Hmm.
So everything changes in you, and you don't get caught up in things with the mind that you were caught up before, because they're not happening anymore, because you just have changed the perception, you have changed your behavior, your triggering has gone away, all those things, just because you changed it through your mind.
Right. Absolutely. So, uh, this is the mind creates your world is your illusion,
Mm-hmm.
the way you see it. Okay. I mean,
Yes.
illusion's a pretty big word. I understand, but it really is. I mean, you're imposing if you're not seeing love, I love this.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my teachings, okay? But
Mm-hmm. Love it.
if you're not seeing love in this situation, then you are imposing your filter or your belief on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is out there, and for us to see it with compassion and love and understanding, okay? And if we're not seeing that, then we're imposing our filter on it, the way that we've been taught, okay, what the mind believes. We're imposing our own conditioning on the situation. Does that sound right? Does that sound
Totally, totally true.
okay?
Sounds
Good.
perfect and totally, really, totally true because it's like that. Yes, we are love. So if we don't see love, it's because our mind is seeing something else through what you were saying, through all the preconditioning we have inside from family, ancestors, from everything, from education. So it's
Yeah,
us.
and this was really big for me because, and I don't mean to bring it back to myself again, but I just had to mention this. My family's from Croatia, so there's a lot of really old harsh feelings, from
Mhm.
country to the next country, and they were always battling, and so I saw it in my grandfather, I saw it in my father, and I'm like, wait, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to be that way. Okay,
Mhm.
so. Uh, that once you decide to shift and change, then you get to be the generational pattern breaker, or
Yes.
you can call them curse breakers, you can call them whatever you want, but yeah, you get to shift the family. So
Yes.
yeah,
Uh,
it's amazing. So mind power. Wow, we've
yes.
we've got a lot of mind power. We can, the mind is what's really um, showing us our world, showing us
Mhm.
our experiences. I mean, it's really all about the mind. And when we can calm the mind,
Mhm.
this is what's really important. And this is what I learned when I first started learning hypnotherapy. When you can really calm the mind and tune into your heart
Yes.
and tune into your beautiful energy and just allow, as you said, we can set intentions, we can visualize, we can do beautiful things that draw things to us using the mind. But when we calm the mind and get that coherence going between the heart and the mind, and I'm almost going there right now. Just you start to attract in these things because your energy is so amazing. Okay.
Yes.
It's no longer crowded with a bunch of ideas and concepts and perceptions and, all these things. So,
Yes.
yeah,
It's going like that. It's another word is to for the mind to be the slave of the heart, or let's say more beautifully, the heart to be the leader in this
it is.
in this relationship, heart and mind.
Yes, absolutely. And I love being in the heart,
Me
it,
too.
but I have to quiet my mind to do that.
Yes.
That's, that's just me.
No, and it
So
happens to us, no? Just quickly to go there into the heart, just quickly. It's for me, it's to feel the heart. And when
uh-huh.
I feel the heart, then the mind quiets
Yeah.
automatically
Oh, okay. Okay.
because I'm feeling, I'm tuning in into the feelings that come out of the heart. And as I do that, automatically the mind just quiet, gets quiet and
Very
starts
nice.
serving the heart.
Yes, very nice. Very nice. Yes. Um, and see, maybe I was taught that, of course, I think we talked about this before. There's two parts to the mind.
Mm-hmm.
There's a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. And the unconscious is what speaks. I mean, it has its own language. It speaks in feelings. I mean, the unconscious mind is actually the body. So your breathing, your digestion, your heart rate, whether you're stressed or not, your blood pressure, all these different things are controlled by the unconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
So your conscious mind um, is speaking in a specific language, is always thinking and planning and analyzing, and so when you take the conscious mind and you start directing the unconscious with affirmations and um, different statements you can make to start, I have to really, this is how I learn to calm my mind and how to start directing my thoughts um, to be more advantageous, and how I actually heal the body.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I had a lot of different things popping up from all of this, you know, all of this energy I had when I was younger. Okay,
Yes.
the energy wasn't healthy. Okay,
Yeah.
and some of the thinking wasn't healthy. So it really helped a lot. But my point is, it it's great if you can tap into the feeling um, and watch your mind calm. That's beautiful. That's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. I had to kind of go the other way and really calm the mind enough to feel.
Mm-hmm. But
It's, it's just the way my body works, I guess. So
yeah, and that's why what I want to highlight here, and it's so beautifully because you and me are doing it differently, and there's limitless ways of
same
doing it.
result,
Yeah,
right?
so it really depends on what is good for you, how you are doing it to be in your heart, but it's not because I do it this way, it has to be done this way, or because Michael, you do it
Sure.
that way, it has to be there's it's for us to what I always say, explore, experience, and practice, but our way,
Absolutely.
our unique way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's beautiful either way. It
Hmm.
works.
It
It
works.
really works either way. Yes, absolutely. And well, the I also wanted to mention one other thing about mind power
Hmm.
because there's things that can happen within the body. I kind of touched on it a little bit, but mind power also has to do with how we affect our. We've talked about how it affects our world,
Hmm.
how it can also affect the body.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you think and influence the unconscious mind, which is the more feeling part of the mind, the
Hmm.
body, the unconscious mind is the body. Uh, these feelings that come up on a regular basis can create addictions. Okay,
Hmm.
so you can become addicted to feeling a certain way, and I saw it in a lot of different people. I mean, uh, this is how people end up. I mean, I really believe that over time, a certain way of perceiving and the ideas and concepts that you have, you're influencing the mind, and over time, you can create depressive states. You can create, anger. I mean, all kinds of things. And it's affecting your body. And there's a chemistry that happens with every thought you have.
Hmm.
So the chemistry is produced in the brain, the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. But anyway, there's a chemistry, there are neurohormones and neuropeptides that flow from the brain throughout the entire body. Okay, they're stimulated by your thinking and by the emotion you have. So if you're continually having an emotion and it does affect the body through your thinking. Okay.
Yes.
And so you create an addiction to an emotion, an emotional state, which the chemistry is actually working in the same way that it works with like a drug addict, a heroin addict. Okay. The same receptors on the cells are actually bombarded by this chemistry is a drug addict versus a person who has the same emotional state, a recurring emotional state over and over and over. So you're creating an addiction to an emotion. And,
Hmm.
and what I say here is if you can't control your emotional state,
Yes.
then you're addicted to it. Then
Yeah.
you're creating an addiction to it. So that's another thing. This is all part of mind power. Okay.
Hmm.
Physically, it's influencing your body physically, your world and your body. So pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. The mind is amazing. So
It's very amazing. It's really the power of the mind is amazing. Yes,
yeah.
incredible.
And do you believe that? Okay. Do you believe in karma? Or I mean, some people do, some people don't. Do you believe that karma can actually run generation to generation? Or,
Yes. I
actually
think so. I
building.
think it's part of our DNA.
Uh-huh.
We carry it in within.
Sure.
We have I think we have the karma, yes, of the ancestors, and we have the karma of our own karma.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I've seen it also in my family. I've seen it, and I'm also
Good.
a stopper. But I always
Okay,
said I'm the
good.
black sheep, no? But
Yeah,
yes, I've been consciously uh, changing things in myself because I don't want them to continue.
absolutely. Good
Yes.
for you. Good for you. That's amazing. Good
Thank
for
you.
you.
Also for you. But yes,
Totally amazing.
karma, I think, yes, it has many levels.
Well, one of the trainings the reason why I asked this is because
Mm-hmm.
one of the trainings that I was involved in, and I've been involved in many, but um, actually, brought up the idea that when we leave this world, if the mind is creating, our situation here in the world, it has a lot to do with what we're experiencing. I believe the soul actually chooses some of our major experiences, what it
Mm-hmm.
wants to learn, what it wants to grow through. But the mind, as you go through each day, is really, really directing you. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, why I'm getting into all kinds of things here. But I believe that through this training that I had, the mind, if it believes that it's left something undone, it needs to correct something, you did somebody wrong, there's an event here that still needs to be finished. It creates the karma where you actually come back into this world again and you
Mm.
will address it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that also is part of mind power because if your mind believes it's left something that needs to be finished, it's got to be finished up. We got to do this. You're coming right back to readdress the same thing over and over. And it could be partly your soul too, because you didn't learn what you wanted to learn, so you're
Mm-hmm.
coming back. But I believe there is karma.
Yes.
Absolutely, I
Yeah, me
believe there's
too.
karma.
Me too.
Yeah, so it's very good to approach your world with compassion and love and learn what you need to learn. And no karma,
Yes.
please. No karma,
Yes.
please.
And let go of things. Let go of things that you
That's
really
that's
don't need.
sometimes really hard to do.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot, but sometimes things are so deeply ingrained, it's
Yes.
hard. It's
It's
hard to
very
let
hard. It's practice. It's
this.
there and there. You see yourself hanging
Yeah,
in there, hanging in there, hanging there, and you say, "Okay, okay, let's see. Next time, maybe not." You get aware of what you're doing or how you're reacting
absolutely. Yes. Yes.
until one day, since you're so aware and and one day you don't do it anymore. But it takes time, years, and in some cases, well, many, many years. And I had an experience like that, no, and with my mom for many, many years, not to get triggered. And one day, I just didn't. Didn't react. I responded with a hug
There we go.
instead. And when I was
There
doing
we
that,
go.
I said to myself, "Wow, Jeannette, you're hugging her." You know, because
Yes.
in observation, but I let go. It took me many years, but
See,
one day I
and
let go.
again, as you said that, that's beautiful, Jeanette.
Mhm.
Uh, again, so the mind is wanting to engage in a reaction, wants
Mhm.
you to experience that emotion that you felt with your mom.
Mhm.
No, I'm going to feel that again. The mind is kind of bringing you back, but you have to be stronger. You have to be able to direct the mind and say, no, we're going to see this with compassion. And you have to start the way I started doing this
Mhm.
was I had to interrupt the
Yes.
thought that was coming that was with the emotion right behind it.
Yes.
Okay. You have to start interrupting that. stop,
Yes.
stop, stop.
Yes.
So it's very cool. And then, once you how great did it feel to hug your mom?
No, no, it was amazing because I was observing myself, and from the heart, it wasn't,
Good.
it was the heart there. I
Uh-huh.
was really in heart there, no wholehearted,
Good.
hugging her.
Good.
And I was seeing that, and I was saying, wow, Jeannette, you didn't you didn't get triggered, and you even hugged her in addition, no? So wow, it's coming, and I was feeling it, no? So it was this yes, the observation, no, the awareness, what I was doing that was completely different than what I had been doing in years. So they
Good.
felt very, very liberating, no?
Hmm.
Because I was letting go and trigger something that I've been many years just reacting.
And this is it's amazing. It's beautiful. You dropped into the heart. You opened your heart. You
Hmm.
silenced the mind and
Yes.
opened the heart, which was really nice. And hugging your mom and this is something else that I truly believe. I believe that the people in our lives have been with us before.
Yes.
And they're our biggest teachers.
Yes.
And you learned that lesson. How beautiful is that?
Yes.
So, yes, your mom was there, pick, pick, pick.
My master.
And
Really?
once you learn to stop reacting and
Hmm.
open your heart and see it differently, everything changed. You learn that beautiful lesson. So great,
Yes. Yes.
great. That's
Yes.
amazing. It's amazing. It
And it was
is
with the power of the mind, really to start seeing it, start seeing the
differently.
relationships. My mom in her what triggered me in her doing beingness,
Yeah,
just seeing her differently. So really, change starts from within because she didn't change, but I changed because I changed my perception
there you go.
and with compassion and with gratitude of her showing me things from me. And yes, and so very grateful for this teaching and understanding and seeing and living it and experiencing it, no? So that I know what it means to really change perceptions and to focus somewhere else and to work, explore, experience, and practice, practice, practice.
Yes, 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 absolutely. Well, that's beautiful. And see, we can do that with all of our relationships, but in the moment, it can be a little tough
Yes,
sometimes. Yeah.
yes, it
And
is.
it takes
It is.
practice, as you said, practice, practice.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful. Well, now what do you think about infinite mind? Isn't that what's up next?
Yes, infinite mind is part of every one of us, and it's the field. It's what
Hmm.
really unites us. It's what allows me to think in you and you feeling it, even if you are far away,
In a
because
spaceship.
there's in a spaceship, wherever you are. If I think of you with feelings, if I
Yeah.
think of you, I'm connected with you
Hmm.
always. But with this that I create through this imagination and feelings and I'm projecting it, and it's not that it has to fly so many miles to get to you. No, no, it's because there's the infinite mind where we all are
Yes,
connected, and
yes.
it's I think and you get, and I didn't have to go anywhere. It's because it's here with us all the time.
Yes, I've noticed this more and more as time goes on. It seems to
Hmm.
be either I'm becoming more sensitive to it or the world is changing,
Hmm.
but
Okay.
I can feel it much stronger than it used to be, even. Maybe it's the more we open up to it,
Hmm.
the more that we can feel easier. It seems to be about when I send something out, I receive the energy that it's been received, it takes about 10 or 15 seconds. That's about
It's
how long it takes.
incredible.
And I
Yeah.
can feel, oh, they got it.
Yeah.
I can feel it. And this is something again that you can start opening up to. And yes,
Hmm.
I believe infinite mind is, I mean, okay, let's make sure that our audience knows this,
Yes.
okay? There's a lot of words out there.
Hmm.
Okay, and everyone's been trained to think of specific words means have specific meanings. Okay,
Yes.
so infinite mind. I mean, there's some people believe, or have this idea that is God mind. Okay, or infinite mind, or that is the connection to everything that is. Okay,
Hmm.
there's a lot of different ideas, but as you said, I think if we just open up to, the possibilities. I
Yes.
mean, quantum physics says that, we are all connected,
Hmm.
and even down to the smallest atom, the molecule, most of it is dead airspace, and they're popping in and out of existence all the time. So when we decide to life is possibilities. So as we think, we're creating possibilities. Okay. We're kind of focusing to a possibility. That's what we're doing. Okay. So at this infinite mind that we're all connected, we have a chance here to really raise the consciousness and the ability to all live beautifully on this planet. I
Yes.
mean,
Totally.
we can influence each other. We can influence um, what's happening in the world, how we process it. It's amazing. I think it's all. It doesn't matter what word you use.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I try not to put it into a box anymore.
Mm-mm.
So, it's just infinite mind, infinite possibilities, and we're all connected. And what you say and what you focus on and how you speak has everything to do with what's going to be going on in your world and how you affect the world, how the energy you're putting out and how you affect other people. So that's all part of infinite mind. And do you think infinite mind and God mind are the same thing?
Well,
I
it
think
did.
actually,
You think yes?
you know,
Yeah, it's the like what you were saying. It's the word you give to it. No,
hmm
because God mind. Well, yes, because God is also you and me is everything. No, or
everything.
source mind is no the same.
Yes, yes,
So it's really this. We are. I think we are like fish in the ocean where the water is all around us and in us because we have so much water in it, and it's all connected. It's all the we are all one and the same. So everything, like you were saying, everything you think, say, or so, it really has an impact outside of you, inside of you primarily, and then from in the inside it goes outside. It
absolutely.
impacts, no? As when you move your arm in the water, the water is just moving, um, the waves inside, the pressure is moving, and it will touch someone at the other end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the analogy of a pebble on the water and it sends the rings out and they just keep going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Exactly what we're doing.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's all beautiful.
It's
So yeah, I do believe infinite mind, God mind, uh, we're all connected. We're all part of the same. And even when we leave this planet, I think I told the story of my mom last week. When we leave this planet, we're still connected. We're
yes.
still connected. I mean, the energy is still there.
Yes.
It'll always be there.
Mm-hmm.
So the energy of us being here right now, we just leave the physical, but the energy is still
It's
there.
still
So,
there. It
and it's
does.
still connected to everything. So
Yes,
really
incredible.
amazing, really
It's
amazing.
incredible. It's incredible. It's like a me and you now, and I'm opening my heart. My heart is very open now with our conversation and this connection to you and
Mm.
to everyone listening. And it's so expansive. And it's really feeling the waves that go out or come in, because it's this yes, this beautiful co-creation, this beautiful infinite mind that we all are. And when you feel it, it's I cannot describe it at the end, no, because it's so magical, so limitless.
And I do believe the higher our consciousness, the more we, let go of that. Oh, there's many different people who have described it in many different ways, that chaotic thinking of the mind, right? Our
Mm-hmm.
personal mind. The more we let go of how it needs to be, I need to control this, this needs
Yeah,
this
no.
outcome, I need this. When we allow things to flow, we create intentions,
Mm-hmm.
but we're in the energy of allowing it to happen. And you can say allowing, you could say just welcoming, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yes.
welcome it. You're welcoming these beautiful things into your life just by letting go,
Yes.
and your energy gets so cleared up
Mm-hmm.
that
Yes.
you connect everyone and it is very peaceful. It's beautiful. And it is almost hard to describe. It's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but it's amazing. It really
Yes.
is amazing. It really is.
So magical.
Um, okay, so the last thing you wanted to talk about was brain and heart and soul.
Mm-hmm. And we
Do
touched
you think we
it.
covered that?
We
Any
touched
questions
it.
out there?
We can feel them.
Let's see. Let's see.
We covered it somehow, because we've been
Yes.
talking about the connection of the heart, but we've been talking with the mind, not the brain. So this is the brain,
Yes.
the body, and the soul, no? Was
I
it
think
not?
you said brain, heart, and soul. Yes.
Brain, heart,
Yeah.
and soul.
Either way, it's all good.
So heart, what we said before, no, our heart, when we are in our heart, our brain, our mind serves the heart, and not the other way around. It's what we used to, no?
Hmm.
So, and you also covered the fact that the brain, through the mind, is the one creating the reality around us, because
Hmm.
it is translating this mind awareness into the body, into the what we see through the eyes, no, what we feel through the heart, what we touch through the senses, no.
Yeah.
So the
The
brain
senses
is
are
is
the
more the
unconscious.
machine, no, the translator, the machine of the mind into the our vessel, into our body. So it's a function, no? It has a function. It's a machine with a function of really, for us, what we are creating with the mind to really see it, senses, well, with our five senses at the end. The
Yes.
illusion, no, that we have to live in it.
Yes. Well, yes, I believe the mind is like the focusing mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it is the processing mechanism. And through our five senses, touch, feel, taste, hearing, seeing, okay, we're processing everything around us. And the heart, it's, okay, this was a little difficult for me to get because the heart, it seems to me, when I stop processing all that information, I can find the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I
Mm-hmm.
stop, so this is why I say calming the mind was important for me.
Yeah.
But the heart seems to be all just this beautiful peace, this love, this contentment. That seems to be when I'm in the heart, that's
Mm-hmm.
what that is, right? But actually, I believe we're creating our world through both
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the energy of who we really are in any given moment that welcomes things, right?
Yes.
So the mind can trip up our energy, change our energy, and kind of block the heart at
Mm-hmm.
times, okay? Because the heart wants to just be the heart. The heart
Yeah.
wants to be this loving, compassionate, open. But if you're overthinking, if you've got a lot of different patterns and conditioning, it kind of blocks that energy. But when we get that coherence going between the mind and the heart, then we're in this beautiful, peaceful place, and the mind is supporting the heart, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Beautiful. I mean, we open up and we can welcome some really, there's where amazing power is. We have amazing power, and I believe, God is unconditional love. God
Mm-hmm.
is unconditional love and has nothing but unconditional love for every one of us.
Yes.
You can say, we're his or her children. I don't think it's a his or her. I mean,
No.
there's divine feminine, there's divine masculine.
Mm-hmm. Everywhere. Yes.
Uh, so it's beautiful. I mean,
Yes.
so the brain being the physical part of our body, the heart being the physical part of our body, also has an ethereal part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there's the mind and the energy of the heart. So
Yes. It's
uh,
true. The brain has the mind, and the heart has the well, for me, the limitless potential, the door into the infinite, into the oneness, openness, all these feelings that really guide us to be who we are.
right, and actually, the energy field of the mind is it's been measured. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's large, but the heart has a larger energy, more
Mm-hmm.
powerful energy field than the mind does.
Mm-hmm. Very
But the
interesting.
mind thinks, the mind
Mm-hmm.
perceives, the mind has concepts, so the mind can focus,
Mm-hmm.
so there's different things going on between the two of them. So,
Yes.
but that coherence, when you get to a place where your mind and your heart are connected, and you're in a beautiful, amazing space of welcoming and allowing and feeling that love and compassion, and it brings you to there's a lot of power in that.
Yes.
So, as this is what I do in meditation, I mean, or visualization processes, I get to that place where it's that much peace, and then I'll add a scene, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
see myself there, and wow, that feels so good, and I let that run between my heart and my mind. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa, I know that's coming.
Amazing, amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah. So
Uh,
yes, I think the mind is part of the creation, but the heart is too.
yes,
The heart is too. When you can
yes,
engage them both, you're in your power.
yes, yes, yes. The heart is
So
for me the guidance, the intuition, the
yes.
one that for me is the portal into my higher self.
Mm,
It's
okay.
the
See, and I use the mind. It's funny.
yeah,
Okay.
I
I use
use the
the
mind and
mind.
I have the heart. For me, the heart is the portal into my higher self. Through the
Oh,
heart,
nice.
I
Nice.
connect with my higher self,
Mm-hmm.
and it guides me. And
Mm,
yes, through the heart.
beautiful. Intuition is so powerful, so
Mm-hmm.
amazingly powerful. I mean, I don't know if did I ever tell you this story? Should I tell a story?
Which one?
Do we have time?
Yes, we have time. And for a story, it's
Okay. Well,
always
anyway, I'm driving down the road and I have a moving truck. Okay, I'm
uh-huh.
moving one
Really
state to
intense.
another. I'm driving a long distance, and it's a little chaotic moving. You're packing all your things into a truck, and getting everything in boxes, and you got guys helping you, and there's people running in different directions, and everything is on time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to load the truck as efficiently as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's loaded in the truck. We put the lock on the back, and hey, we're all set. And I'm towing my car, and okay, here we go. We're leaving. Well, I get to the first rest stop, and I go to open the lock because I have some bags in the back. I
Mm-hmm.
threw. in the back. I have some baggage in the back that had, vitamins and, couple different things I really needed, right, to go into a hotel for the night.
Uh-huh.
Didn't have the key. I'm looking all over the place. I'm tearing the whole cab apart. No, no key, right? I can't find the key to that lock. I'm like, wait,
Mm-hmm.
this should be it right here. It was on my key ring. Well, the wrong lock got put on the back. I have two
Mm.
that look identical. Okay.
Mm.
So what can I do? I use the things in the hotel I can use and I keep going, right? The next
Yeah.
day, you keep driving. And as I'm driving along, I'm wondering, okay, how am I going to get this lock off the back? Because everything's in the back of this truck. Um, and I happen to drive by a Peterbilt truck dealer. And
Mm-hmm.
my intuition says, stop there. Stop there. This is the place you want to stop, and they'll help you. And so I navigated off the interstate
Mm-hmm.
and found the truck dealer. And I pulled up and I go walking up to the guys that are all hanging out in there, right? There were some mechanics, there's a supervisor, and I tell them my dilemma, and they come out right away. And the supervisor's got picked. He's trying to pick the lock open. I'm like, I don't care if it wasn't the type of lock that you could cut off.
Okay.
It was one of those security locks you can't cut it off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So he's trying to pick the lock. Nope, that didn't work. So, time's going by and I'm thinking, wow, this is very nice of you, but I really don't care if you have to destroy the lock to open the back. I mean, I have another lock. It doesn't matter. So he calls on one of the mechanics. He comes out with a drill. He drills out the center where the
Uh-huh.
key goes, drills out the center, and then click, the lock pops open. All done, all set. We were talking the whole time, having a great time, right? And the man wouldn't take a dime for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So was my intuition straight on, right on, or what? I stopped at the
Yes.
very best place. The people were awesome. I got the job done,
Yes.
and I could open up my truck and get to
Yes.
things. I mean, so and I was in the middle of nowhere, some little town in Kentucky,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, no,
but
it makes a lot. Yeah.
intuition is amazing. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. And the more, as we said, I think the more you tap into that infinite mind, the
Yes.
more you can quiet the mind. This was my big thing.
Mm-hmm.
The more you tap into that intuition. And I seem to do all my visualizing and things through using the mind, and I add the heart. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
just the way my mind processes
Yes,
this.
yes,
Okay,
very nice. It's
but
very
having the
nice.
having the heart open and letting the mind kind of help the heart is
Mm-hmm.
another. That's a beautiful way to put it too. It
Yes.
is. It
And
is.
I really, and I do it the other way around, and I love it because here in our Soul Food podcast, we have two of the many possibilities, but really we have different. We get to the same, but through different doors.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. The wisdom and the intuition that has developed, the downloads that just come to
Mm-hmm.
me, um, the more I will see, and as I said, or maybe I didn't mention this, I can connect with my ancestors, with my guides, with my angels at any time. And this all started, this story about my mom that I
Mm-hmm.
talked about last week. But it's amazing, and I see them actually. I can see them in my mind.
Yeah,
So this
incredible.
is probably why I still use my mind. I don't know.
Yes, incredible. No, and one thing just when you were talking before or with affirmations and what you imagine or when you are meditating, for me, affirmations don't work
Hmm.
because affirmations bring me to the mind.
Yes, they do.
In
They
my
do.
case, no, since I am already able to put the mind aside, when I go into the heart, if I do affirmations, I go to the mind and I'm not able to quiet it because I'm in the mind. So I have to go back to the heart and
I
from
see.
there sit still.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. So
but it's
so so
yeah.
you can actually quiet the mind um, easier.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you can quiet your mind easier than I was able to.
Yeah.
My mind never stops.
Yes.
It just goes on and on and on. I was constantly a thinker. I mean, just
Yes.
and I'll find it's actually a detriment at sometimes. I mean, if I'm home by myself, my mind is thinking about this happened and that happened and the other thing happened, and it's like, holy cow!
Stop.
Yes, please stop.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it never stops. So I
No.
really have to direct my mind, and that's where we use that conscious thinking mind,
Mm-hmm.
and we give the unconscious mind direction.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, and one of the things I do, which is so beautiful, when I work with people, I have them name their unconscious.
Mm-hmm. Give it
So
a name. Mm.
when we quiet the mind, I just ask them, and people at home can even try this, right? Next time you're meditating or visualizing or quieting the mind,
Mm-hmm.
ask, okay, what is the name of my unconscious? And a name will pop right up.
Oh, wow.
And a name I named mine Joseph. That's the
Mm.
name of mine. So
Mm.
when Joseph is getting a little crazy, Joseph, let's calm it down here, I mean, and it's actually a really great way to start directing the unconscious.
Mm-hmm. Well done. Yes, it's a very, very beautiful tip for our audience because yes, it's a way to control the mind.
Absolutely.
Ah, and
So, okay, the only thing we have left here is soul. Should we get
yeah, I
to it?
know.
Okay. Okay.
Now the soul,
Yes.
yeah, it's one thing we were missing because we're talking about the mind, the heart, and the
Yes.
doors,
And
no?
there's so much more we could talk about. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, but the soul for me, just one thing is where does the soul fit in with my higher self? I don't know if
Hmm.
we can leave it for next time, maybe, because I think will be interesting to talk about the soul, the higher self, and those parts.
Mhm.
No,
Mhm.
now that we can continue, with the same thing, the mind and the heart and the soul. So because there will be a
Absolutely.
lot to talk about that, no?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and we've been talking for a while. So yeah, we could save it for next week. Absolutely.
Yes.
The soul is very important.
Yes,
Very
it's very
important.
important. We cannot forget.
No, okay, so we'll begin our discussion next week with the soul,
Hmm.
right after our music intro, of course.
Yes. We will
And
explain.
yeah, I hope everybody has a great week, and I hope you really enjoyed it. I mean, this we shared some really great information. Thank you, Jeanette.
No, thank you, Michael. I love to co-create with you. Thank you so much. And with everyone listening, because their energy is here as well.
They're creating with us. That's
Yes,
right. That's
always.
right. And if you have some questions, wow, where would they send questions, Jeanette, if they have some questions about
I
this?
think we
Or any of the
can,
information?
yeah, but they should be able to do it through the podcast itself also. When we have it in YouTube with the comments, and then also in the podcast platforms, they should be
Okay.
able
The
to.
Spreaker platform, Spreaker.
Yeah, we have it in Spreaker, and we will have it also in other ones like Spotify, iHeart.
So we
Um,
can check for questions there. They can leave their questions there.
yes, and then
Okay.
I think in next podcast we clarified
Okay,
so
good,
that
good.
it's
Let's
clear.
create a good avenue for them to reach us or send questions. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
yes,
we'll figure it out.
yes.
All right. Well, have a great week. And thank you again. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
everyone, for
you.
joining.
Thank you,
Yes.
everyone. Thank you so much. Love you.